Okay, so if we recall our previous lecture, then we have solved this problem where we are having two masses. One is linear mass and second is rotating mass. So for these two masses, we have find out natural frequency of this entire system by both the approaches, Newton's approach as well as energy approach. And we got natural frequency equation as 2k by capital M times 2 small m, right? So this is what we derived in previous lecture. In line with this, we move further with new problem. So suppose our actual system you assume as this is the fixed support. You can consider one uh, one metal wire or one strip or any shaft you can assume where due to this thin support it ends when this is connected whose mass is small m and radius is small r, right? So this is actual system. You have one shaft or one wire or one strip, you can assume anything. So this pink color is nothing but a restoring member. It is having some stiffness, but its mass is negligible compared to mass of this circular disc with radius r, right? So because of that it now if we draw a mathematical model of this, then as we know for restoration member we generally use spring for indication, right? So I'm indicating this restoring member with the help of spring element which is having some stiffness k, and then we consider let me explain it further. And then we have this with mass small m and radius r. Okay, so this is we can say mathematical model, right? This is mathematical model. Now what we are assuming is suppose this is the mean position of uh, this this. Now I call if this position theta is equals to 0, right? Theta is equals to 0. Now let us consider we have given some angular displacement. So we are initially disturbing this system by giving some theta value, right? So due to this angular displacement, what happens? This that will roll on this surface, this horizontal surface, right? How much it roll? How much it roll? Because angle is equals to arc. Suppose you assume this is the segment of circle. This much of segment is traveled by this disk, then we can say x is the movement of the center of this due to this theta rotation is nothing but I call x, this center that will shift by some distance. So that distance x is nothing but theta is equals to x by r, because this is x, this arc is also x, so x by r. Then from this I get x is equals to r theta, right? So this center of disk, when you rotate the disk by theta, then center of disk is shift by distance x, and this x is represented by r theta, right? So if this is the movement of disk center, then the spring will also elongate by same distance x. It will also stretch by same distance x, right? And then after we are releasing this system, means after giving theta, we are releasing this system. Then what happens? This disk will oscillate like this, and the spring will oscillate like this, right? So now we want to find out natural frequency of this oscillation, or the frequency of this oscillation, which is called as the natural frequency of system. So for that, as in previous session we have discussed, or we have seen actually, energy approach is simple or easy to solve natural frequency for this type of system, where we have two coordinates, x coordinate as well as theta coordinate. So we are applying now energy principle to solve this problem. So energy approach. As per energy approach, it's kinetic energy plus potential energy is equals to constant, right? Now, how much is the kinetic energy? As it's a rotating system, right? It's a rotating system. It is this disk is rotating about its center. So I say 1/2 I theta dot square, right? Plus this is rotating about center, as well as it is traveling in linear direction as well. So this disk is having combined kinetic energy, rotating kinetic energy as well as translating kinetic energy. So I need to also consider 1/2 m x dot square, where m is nothing but mass of this disk. Because you can see here, this mass is the center of mass is displaced by x distance, right? So we need to consider both the kinetic energy, rotating kinetic energy as well as translating kinetic energy. If this disk is only rotating about center, but the center is not moving linearly, then you can ignore this kinetic energy. But it is also moving linearly. That's why we need to consider this second part, or the linear kinetic energy of this disk also, right? I hope it is clear. Now plus potential energy. Potential energy is offered by this spring. That is the restoration element. So I say 1/2 k x square is equals to constant, right? So this is what we got, sum of energies. Now next task is what to do next now. Can you suggest what to do next after writing this step? Because we have solved few problems of this type. So what would be our next step after writing
Differentiate.
this? Yes. Yes, what to do next now? Divyam, Karthik, Janish. Okay, differentiate. I got two responses. Okay, let me do correction. We cannot directly go for differentiation. We need to write this entire equation in any one coordinate. That is our prior step before moving to differentiation, right? So either I need to write entire equation in theta coordinate or in x coordinate. So choice is yours. Suppose if I am writing this entire equation in theta coordinate, then x dot is to be written in theta dot, x is to be written in theta, right? So our next step is to write this entire equation in same coordinate. So x dot, so if I consider here dot, x dot, then r theta dot, right? V is equals to r omega. That is what this term is presenting here. So I'm writing here 1/2 m r theta dot whole square plus 1/2 k. Now x is to be written as r theta. square is equals to constant, right? So after this, let me write this in more appropriate form. So 1/2 I take common from this both. Now what I am trying to write this both terms in terms of equivalent mass, right? So I take 1/2 common from both, then I get I also take theta dot square common from this both the terms, then I get here small m r square, and at the end we have theta dot square, right? Plus 1/2 k r square theta square is equals to constant, right? Now if you look this term, then it's representing 1/2 m v square. So this is nothing but, I can say, equivalent mass. And if you look this term, then it's a 1/2 kx square. So this is representing k equivalent. We can stop here as well. If you look m equivalent, then 1/2 m equivalent square theta dot square plus 1/2 k equivalent theta square. Then simply we also know what is the natural frequency. So omega n is nothing but square root k equivalent by m equivalent. So I can simply write kr square divided by I plus n r square, right? But let us derive it in formal way. We will get same result which is presented here. Okay, so next, as you suggested, we need to
Sir.
perform a differentiation. Yes, Janish?
સર C કોન્સ્ટન્ટ છે તો 0 નહીં થઈ જાય?
હજુ ડિફરન્શિએશન નથી કર્યું જેનિશ.
અચ્છા, નથી કર્યું. ઓકે ઓકે સર.
મેં ખાલી આ બતાવ્યું કે અહીંયા 1/2 m v સ્ક્વેર છે તો આ m ઇક્વિવેલન્ટ થાય, અને 1/2 k x સ્ક્વેર છે તો આ k ઇક્વિવેલન્ટ થાય. તો આ જે કોમ્પ્લિકેટેડ સિસ્ટમ છે એને આપણે શું બતાવી દીધી? ખાલી વન સ્પ્રિંગ માસ સિસ્ટમ બતાવી દીધી. Now we know what is the natural frequency equation for single spring mass system. It's a square root k by m. તો અહીંયાથી k લઈ લીધો, અહીંથી m લઈ લીધો, તો આ ઇક્વેશન મળ્યું. હવે આ જ ઇક્વેશન આપણને મળશે, આપણે ફોલો કરશું જે આપણે અત્યાર સુધીના સ્ટેપ્સ ફોલો કર્યા છે એ. તો જેમ તમે સજેસ્ટ કર્યું એમ મારે ડિફરન્શિએટ કરવું પડશે આ ઇક્વેશન. સો લેટ અસ ડિફરન્શિએટ ઇટ. So this m equivalent term is constant, so I write here 1/2 I plus mr square. Now theta dot square differentiation is 2 theta dot theta double dot, right? Plus 1/2 kr square is constant. Now 2 theta theta dot. This is differentiation of theta square, and now constant is 0, Janish, right? Okay. After this, what is next? If you look here, this 2 cancel out, this 2 cancel out. Now theta dot is common from both and take on right side. So 0 divided by some positive value, that is 0. So finally now we'll get this equation as I plus mr square theta double dot kr square theta is equals to 0. Now may I ask what should be our next step?
Convert into simple harmonic motion.
Yes, convert this into simple harmonic motion form, right, Karthik? So what we need to do, we need to divide this entire equation by multiplying bracket of theta double dot.
mr square.
Yeah, so we need to divide this entire equation by this bracket. So if we do that, then we get theta double dot plus kr square divided by this bracket, right? And theta is equals to 0. Now if you equate this with simple harmonic motion, x double dot plus omega n square x is equals to 0, right? Then this represents what? See here, right? So we can say omega n square is equals to kr square I plus mr square, right? Then we can say omega n is nothing but square root k by r square plus I plus mr square, right? So we got same here. which was predicted earlier based on this simple equation only, right? Now, let me write it in more detailed form. Then I is what? Mass moment of inertia of this circular disk. So mass moment of inertia for any circular disk is 1/2 mass of that disk into radius square. So radius is r, so r square. So if I write here, then what will be the simplified equation of natural frequency? Then if you look here, if I put 1/2 m r square will be taken common, right? So r square from this denominator and numerator will be cancelled out. So you will get k by m by 2 plus m, right? Now this is the nature frequency equation, right? So if we go for more simplification, I take LCM, then we'll get 2k by 3m. So our nature frequency equation will be, I'm writing on this side, our nature frequency equation omega n will be square root 2k by 3m from this to this, right? So it's a 2k by 3m square root. I hope it is clear. Any doubts so far? We have considered here two kinetic energies. That is clear. We have only one mass. We have only one mass here, but we have considered two kinetic energies. One is rotation and second is linear kinetic energy. Why we did this, that is clear. Okay. So I hope that is clear. And now we are moving further with some different system. Let me take another problem. So again, I am just presenting one system. So this is our fixed support. We have one circular disc. I call this is the mean position. Its certain height. See the radius of this disc is small r and mass is small m. Now what we are assuming two vertical supports. Now we consider two springs. One is connected at some distance up. I call this distance is B from center of this disc. Let me call center of this O, right? And this point I call capital A. So OA distance is small b. And at this distance we have connected one spring. And let me call stiffness of spring is K. Similarly, on this side also we have connected same spring with stiffness K. And now eccentricity of the spring connection from center of this is B. So this OA distance is B. I hope system is clear. Now what we are doing, just assume theta is equals to 0 at this position. Now what we are doing, we are rotating this disk by some small angle theta. Let me call that angle here as theta. So we are given small angle theta. Now if you give small angle theta, then this will travel in linear way. So the center that will shift by some distance. Okay. At the same time, for rotation of this disk, we need to compress this spring and we need to expand this spring. So this spring will compress and the second spring will expand. So both these springs, they will store some energy. That is what the potential energy, right? So after giving theta, if you release this system, then this will oscillate like this, right? So this will oscillate like this to and fro, and the spring that will compress and elongate like this. So that will oscillate with certain frequency. That frequency is called as natural frequency of the system. So we want to find out natural frequency of system, right? So to do that, now again we'll apply energy approach. So let me first of all write kinetic energy of this entire system. So now I am writing kinetic energy of system. So kinetic energy. Now two kinetic energies. If you see, this is rotating about center O. So kinetic energy of rotation about point O, and kinetic energy of linear kinetic energy, because this O is also moving linearly. This center of this is also translating from this point to next point, right? So there we have some translation kinetic energy or linear kinetic energy about with respect to same point O in this direction. Now how much, if I give theta angle, then how much translation of this center? If you give theta, then angle is equals to r, means this r, because this angle is covered in this arc, right? Angle is equals to arc upon radius, right? So radius of this is r. Now how much r? That same arc I call, suppose, x, because this distance x is nothing but same which is traveled by this center of this O, right? So I get this relation theta is equals to x by r, then we get x is equal to r theta. Same relation which we have seen in previous problem, right? So we got same relation. So this is translation kinetic energy of point O. So let us write now this kinetic energy equation. So 1/2 I theta dot square, because theta angle is given. For linear energy, I write 1/2 m x dot square. I hope this is clear, right? So this is kinetic energy of system. Now let me write it this moment, this dot in form of theta. So simply we can say 1/2 I theta dot square plus x is equals to r theta, then x dot is equals to r theta dot. So I write here 1/2 m r square theta dot square, right? So this is, we can say, kinetic energy of this entire system. Now next is potential energy. Next is potential energy. So potential energy is stored by the spring. So let me write 1/2 K is the stiffness. So I write 1/2 K. We are talking about only this spring at this moment. So 1/2 K. Now k into displacement, means the deflection of this spring square. Now if we move this center by distance x, then how much is the deflection of spring k? If you recall our previous problem, then spring was connected at the center of disk. So whatever the translation of center x, that same is the deflection of spring. So we have written 1/2 kx square, but here deflection of spring is not equals to x. That will be more than x. Why? Because the spring has given some eccentricity. This b is the eccentricity. Now what is happening here? If I represent it with one another small system, look here. This is the disk. Now this is the center point. Instead of center point, the spring is connected at height b, and then this is the spring and this is the fixed support. Now what we have assumed? We have assumed that this is mean position, but we have assumed that this disk is given angle theta. Angle theta. If angle theta is given, then what happens? This will translate by distance x. But the spring is rolling, the disk is rolling on the surface, so actual deflection of the spring is with respect to this rolling point, right? So how much now deflection of the spring? Because this theta is same as this theta, right? Then just how much is the radius or the distance of this spring connection point from rolling point? It's a b plus radius of this disk r. So total distance of this point from rolling point is b plus r, right? Now how much it is moved? It is moved by this much of distance, and angle is theta. Now suppose if I want to find out how much distance the spring is compressed, then for that I need to take sine theta. So sine theta is equals to opposite side is the actual deflection x dash of the spring divided by, let me take not sine theta, let me take tan theta, because tan theta is equals to opposite side divided by nearest side, right? So tan theta is equals to x dot divided by b plus r, right? So I can say x dash is b plus r tan phi, tan theta, sorry, tan theta, right? But for small angle approximation, means if theta is very less, this we have done previously in case of pendulum. If theta is in range of 0 to 10 degree, then you can assume tan theta is equals to theta. So with that assumption, we can say x dot is equals to b plus r theta. Tan theta is equals to theta. So this is what we got relation for x dash coordinate and theta coordinate. So here actually this potential energy of spring is 1/2 k x dash square, because spring is having some eccentricity, b eccentricity. If the spring is connected at center of this, then we can straight away write 1/2 kx square. But now x dash is greater than x, that we can see here. This is x and this is x dash, right? So always x dash will be more than x. Okay, so this is for one spring only on this side, but this spring is also elongated by same distance, so that will also store some potential energy. Yeah, so I consider here 2 times because 2 springs are there. So 2 times 1/2 kx dash square, right? So now next 2 will be cancelled out. So 2 will be cancelled out, 2 will be cancelled out, and now we get final potential energy equation K x dash square. Now let me write x dash square in theta coordinate, because as we know, we need to write entire equation in theta coordinate. So now I am writing this in theta coordinate. So K x dash is written by v plus r square theta square. Right? So this is potential energy of both these things. Now, as we are applying energy approach, then kinetic energy plus potential energy is equal to constant. So I am writing this kinetic energy here, 1/2 I theta dot square plus 1/2 m r square theta dot square plus now kinetic energy, potential energy of spring, that is K v plus r square theta square is equal to constant. Now our next step is to differentiate this entire equation, because we have entire equation in theta coordinate, single coordinate. So let us differentiate. So 1/2 I theta dot square differentiation is 2 theta dot theta double dot plus 1/2 mr square is constant. Now again this, let me write first of all this entire into m equivalent form. So if you look, theta dot square is common in first two terms. So I can write this 1/2 I plus mr square theta dot square, right? So this is what called as equivalent mass, m equivalent. Similarly now plus this is K, and if I write in previous form, because we have removed this half and half, if I consider that half again, then 1/2 2 K b plus r square theta square is equals to constant. Then again in this term, this represents K equivalent, right? I hope it is clear to both of you. And then finally, after this, let us now differentiate this. Then 1/2, this is constant, so I plus m r square 2 theta dot theta double dot plus 1/2, this bracket is constant, so 2k b plus r square 2 theta theta dot is equals to 0, right? Now next is this 2 will cancel out, this 2 will be cancelled out, and now next term is to divide this entire equation. Okay, first of all let me write it one more time. Now in both the, from both the equation theta dot taken common and moved from right side to 0. So here we have theta double dot plus 2k b plus r whole square theta is equal to 0. Now let us write it in simple harmonic motion form. Then this bracket is nothing but omega n square. So omega n square is equals to 2k b plus r square. Now let me write this I. I is what? 1/2 m r square, equation of I, m r square. Now 2, so 2k b plus r square divided by I take LCM of 2, then n r square plus 2m r square divided by 2. Then now Q2, then 4k b plus r square divided by this is 3m r square, right? And if this is omega n square, and if I consider omega n only, then I need to consider square root. So this is our final equation, we can say, for natural frequency of, I forgot to scroll this page. So this is what we got, omega n square, and then finally we got omega n.